People think winners are born different. They're not. Legends are built through a set of rules they follow every single day. And these rules are simple, but they're not easy. If you want to rise, if you want to win, and if you want to lead a life that makes you proud, these rules are non-negotiable. Let's begin. Legends take full ownership because they understand that nothing in their life will change until they decide to change it. Most people spend years blaming their circumstances, their past, the people around them, and even the situations they couldn't control. But winners know that blaming only keeps you stuck. They refuse to hand their power to excuses. They look at their life and say, "This is on me." And so is the solution. Ownership begins the moment you stop waiting. Waiting for the right time, waiting for motivation, waiting for someone to guide you, waiting for life to get easier. Legends don't wait. They take action with whatever they have, starting exactly where they are. They don't waste energy complaining about what's missing. They focus on what they can build. When you take ownership, you admit that your habits shape your future. Accept that your time is your responsibility. You acknowledge that your failures are lessons, not life sentences. You don't run from your mistakes. You learn from them. That honesty is uncomfortable, but it's also liberating. It means you're no longer controlled by your past. You're no longer trapped by excuses. You reclaim the steering wheel of your life. Ownership is not about being perfect. It's about being accountable. It's about waking up each day and choosing to move forward, even when it feels slow, even when it feels heavy. Winners know that progress is built on consistency, not convenience. They show up because they understand a powerful truth. No one is coming to do it for them. The moment you stop pointing fingers, everything shifts. You stop feeling helpless. You start feeling capable. You recognize that your future isn't decided by chance, but by choice, and that choice belongs only to you. That is the first rule of a legend's mindset. Legends play the long game because they know that anything truly great takes time to grow. In a world where everyone wants instant success, quick results, and overnight transformation, winners choose a different path. They understand that the journey is slow, sometimes frustrating, and often invisible. And that's exactly why so few people make it. Most quit too soon. Most want results before they've earned them. But legends stay patient while others walk away. Long-term thinking is a mindset built on trust. Trust in the process. Trust in the work. Trust in the small steps that don't look like progress at first. Legends know that those small steps are building something powerful behind the scenes. Every hour spent learning, every failure they study, every sacrifice they make is preparing them for the moment when everything finally comes together. Playing the long game means you stop chasing shortcuts. You stop comparing your timeline to someone else's highlight reel. You stop expecting life to reward you instantly. Instead, you show up every day, knowing that consistency will take you where motivation can't. You invest in your skills. You sharpen your discipline. You build habits that compound over time. You keep going even when nobody notices, because you understand that momentum grows quietly before it explodes publicly. And the truth is, time is going to pass anyway. Whether you use it or waste it is your choice. A year from now, you can either be further ahead or stuck in the same place. Legends choose to plant seeds now so they can harvest later. They think in years, not weekends. They think in growth, not speed. This long-term vision is what separates those who succeed from those who almost succeed. Legends win because they outlast everyone else. They understand that patience is not waiting, it's working with faith. That faith is what makes them unstoppable. Legends train their mind before their body because they know every action begins in the mind long before it ever shows up in real life. The world celebrates physical strength, discipline, and performance. But the truth is that none of it matters if your thoughts are working against you. Every champion understands that the real battlefield is internal. Before they lift a weight, run a mile, or chase a dream, they strengthen the one muscle that controls everything: their mindset. A weak mind gives up before the body ever gets tired. It creates doubts, excuses, and fears that stop you from even trying. But a trained mind does the opposite. It focuses, believes, sees possibilities instead of limitations. It keeps you steady when life becomes chaotic. Legends build this mental strength every single day. They learn to control their thoughts instead of letting their thoughts control them. Training your mind means becoming aware of the stories you tell yourself. It means catching the voice that says you can't, you're not ready, you're not good enough, and replacing it with something stronger. Champions don't ignore negativity. They challenge it. They question it. They refuse to let it define them. They build belief the same way they build muscle, through repetition, effort, and consistency. Visualization is one of their greatest tools. Legends see themselves winning before the world ever sees them succeed. They imagine the work, the struggle, the victory. They picture themselves performing at their best, and that mental image guides their actions in reality. It gives them confidence when pressure rises and clarity when distractions appear. A strong mind creates a strong life because your mindset determines your direction. Your body can be powerful, but without mental resilience, you'll break the moment life tests you. Legends know this. That's why they train their thoughts, protect their peace, and sharpen their inner voice. When your mind is strong, your actions become unstoppable. And that is why every great achievement begins long before the world sees it. It begins in the mind. Legends are ruthless with their environment because they understand a simple truth. You absorb the energy of the people you spend time with. If you stay around negativity, you become negative. If you stay around people who settle, you begin to shrink your own dreams. But when you surround yourself with ambition, discipline, and belief, you rise without even trying. That's why winners choose their circle with intention. They protect their space the same way they protect their goals. They don't allow energy vampires to drain their motivation. They don't listen to people who say dreams are unrealistic. They don't spend time with those who complain but never change. Legends know that willpower alone isn't enough. Even the strongest mind can be dragged down by the wrong environment, so they build a world around them that pushes them forward instead of pulling them back. This doesn't mean they think they're better than others. It means they value their future too much to let the wrong influences shape it. They keep people around who challenge them, who inspire them, who expect more from them. Because growth happens faster when you're surrounded by people who are growing too. A powerful environment becomes a silent coach. It guides you, reminds you, and elevates you.
Out!
Is why legends guard it with everything they have. Legends show up when they don't feel like it, because they understand that success isn't built on mood, it's built on commitment. They know motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. And in the moments when their body is tired, when their mind is heavy, when life feels overwhelming, that's when their character is tested the most. Anyone can work when the energy is high. Anyone can push forward when things are exciting. But legends keep going, even when everything inside them wants to slow down. They don't negotiate with laziness or wait for inspiration to appear. They choose action over excuses. They choose progress over comfort. They understand that consistency creates momentum, and momentum creates results. Every day they show up, even imperfectly, they're building habits that outlast any temporary emotion. Legends also know that feelings are unreliable. One bad morning can trick you into giving up on a good future. So instead of trusting their feelings, they trust their routine. They trust their purpose. They trust the promise they made to themselves. And slowly, day by day, their effort compounds into a breakthrough. Showing up when you don't feel like it is what separates dreamers from achievers. It's the quiet, unseen work that shapes champions. And that's why legends keep moving forward, no matter what. Legends embrace failure as fuel, because they understand that every setback carries the seed of progress. They aren't afraid of falling short. They're afraid of standing still. While most people hide from failure, treating it as proof they're not good enough, legends see it as a sign they're pushing their limits. They know that rejection, mistakes, and disappointments are not barriers, but invitations to grow stronger. Failure shapes them, reveals what needs improvement, what needs to change, and what needs to be rebuilt. Instead of taking failure personally, they treat it like information. They study it. They learn from it. They use it to sharpen their skills and strengthen their resilience. Every hit they take becomes a reason to rise again with more clarity and more determination. Comfort, on the other hand, scares them because comfort kills ambition. Staying safe means staying small. Legends would rather fail repeatedly while moving forward than succeed temporarily by playing it safe. They understand that the path to greatness is messy, unpredictable, and full of obstacles. Failing forward is their advantage. Each setback becomes momentum. Each loss becomes wisdom. Each challenge becomes a stepping stone. Over time, all those moments the world calls failures become the very foundation of their success. Legends stay hungry even after they win because they understand that success isn't a finish line, it's a checkpoint. Average people achieve something and relax. They slow down, celebrate for too long, and let comfort steal their momentum. But legends see victory differently. They appreciate it, but they don't live in it. They stay humble enough to know there's always more to learn and always another level to reach. For them, winning is not permission to stop. It's a reminder that progress comes from continuous effort. They understand that the moment you start believing you're good enough, you begin to lose the sharpness that got you there in the first place. Growth stops, the second ego steps in. So legends protect their hunger. They keep their curiosity alive. They keep their ambition alive. They keep their standards high. This hunger isn't about greed or obsession. It's about purpose. It's about becoming the best version of themselves, not just for a moment, but for a lifetime. When they win, they celebrate briefly, then return to the work with even more focus. They know greatness is built through repeated excellence, not one-time success. Success is temporary, but the mindset behind success is permanent. That's why legends keep pushing long after others stop. They're not obsessed with staying on top. They're obsessed with becoming better. That hunger is what keeps them rising. These rules are simple, but simplicity doesn't mean easy. Anyone can follow them, yet very few do. Not because they are impossible, but because they demand courage, discipline, and belief in yourself when everything else seems uncertain. Success doesn't wait for perfect timing, the right mood, or complete confidence. It begins the moment you take action. even if that action feels small, imperfect, or scary. Legends understand that progress is built step by step, choice by choice, day by day. Each effort compounds into momentum, and momentum shapes the future. The difference between average people and legends isn't talent, opportunity, or luck, it's mindset. Legends decide to act when others hesitate, to push when others pause, and to keep moving forward even when fear or doubt appears. If you want to rise, start today. Start imperfect. Start brave. Just start, and the rest will follow.